Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are diving into a topic that is just fascinating and honestly incredibly practical: lost money. Now, all across the country, there are literally billions of dollars in lost property just sitting in state accounts, totally untouched, just waiting for the rightful owners to finally come forward. But today, we're going to focus entirely on how this whole system works and exactly how you can get paid, specifically in the state of Georgia. So, let's kick things off with a massive number: $1.5 billion. That is the staggering amount of money currently held by the Georgia Department of Revenue in their Unclaimed Property program. That isn't a typo, folks. We are talking about billions of dollars of lost wealth just sitting there in a vault.
Which brings us to the absolutely most important question of this entire explainer. Could some of this money actually belong to you? Or, maybe your parents, your grandparents, or even a small business you used to run? It's a pretty high-stakes question, and by the end of our time together today, you are going to have the exact tools you need to go hunting for your own piece of that massive financial pie.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our game plan. 1. What is unclaimed property? 2. Starting your search. 3. Understanding results. 4. Filing your claim. And 5. Final steps.
What is unclaimed property? The basics of missing money.
To really ground this concept, there's this incredibly relatable story from a recent Reddit thread. So, this graduate student lived in Atlanta for 5 years and moved abroad right after their lease ended. Well, they thought their security deposit was just lost forever because they were out of the country and their old apartment complex had brought in a totally new management team. But another user chimed in and suggested checking the state database, and boom, they found their security deposit listed right there under their own name. It wasn't gone at all. It was just being held by the state.
And that perfectly illustrates exactly what we're talking about here. Basically, unclaimed property consists of abandoned assets held by a business or an entity when they've lost contact with the owner for a specific period of time. This is known as a dormancy period. And here's the kicker. By law, private companies, banks, and even government agencies can't just keep that money for themselves. No way. They are legally required to turn it over to the state of Georgia for safekeeping. The Department of Revenue essentially acts as a custodian, protecting those funds until the rightful owner finally steps forward.
So what kind of property are we actually talking about here? Well, the most frequent types of lost funds include uncashed checks, like a prorated refund from your internet company that accidentally went to an old address. It also includes things like security and utility deposits, dormant bank accounts, and insurance proceeds. And because Atlanta is such a massive corporate hub with dozens of major headquarters, Georgia's database is heavily weighted toward corporate payroll and securities claims. In fact, unclaimed wages have a very short dormancy period of just 1 single year before they get handed over to the state.
Let's move to part 2, starting your Georgia search, how to navigate the state portal.
Before we get into the weeds, I want to give you a quick, comforting overview. This is absolutely not some impossible bureaucratic nightmare. It's a really straightforward 4-part process. First, you search the database. Second, you review your matches. Third, you file a claim online. And fourth, you follow up. Simple as that.
Now, the absolute best place to start is the official state portal at gaclaims.unclaimedproperty.com, and look closely for that official Department of Revenue seal. It is so critical to know that this is a 100% free, legitimate, state-run service. You literally never have to pay to search this database. You just pop in your name, and you can even narrow it down by city if you happen to have a super common name.
But to truly maximize your chances, you need to understand the difference between a basic search and an expert search. A basic search is just plugging in your current first and last name. But if you want to find the really hidden claims, you've got to think like an expert. Search for your maiden name. Search for hyphenated variations. Actually, try deliberately misspelling your name the exact way a tired payroll clerk might have typed it. And most importantly, search for every single Georgia address you have ever had, especially old college dorms or military bases. And don't forget to search under the names of former employers, since, like we mentioned, those major Atlanta-headquartered companies generate huge amounts of unclaimed stock and wages.
All right, part 3, understanding your search results, making sense of the data.
Depending on exactly where you've lived in Georgia, your search results might actually reflect local industries. For instance, if you lived in Atlanta, you might see corporate, financial, or stock dividend matches. Down in Augusta, there's a really high concentration of healthcare and military-related claims. Savannah sees a ton of port and logistics industry claims. Meanwhile, Athens naturally generates a bunch of university and education-related deposits. Seeing these local patterns can really help you recognize and validate a potential match when it finally pops up on your screen.
Moving on to Part 4, filing your claim successfully, gathering your documentation.
So the state absolutely wants to give you your money back, but they do have a strict legal obligation to make sure they aren't handing it over to a fraudster. You are going to need to gather some specific documentation. A government-issued photo ID is pretty standard. You'll also need a completed claim form, which, conveniently, the portal just generates for you. Honestly, the trickiest part for some folks is the proof of association. If the state is holding a utility deposit from an apartment you lived in, say 10 years ago, they might ask for an old piece of mail, a tax return, or a pay stub showing you actually resided at that specific address. And if you are claiming property on behalf of a deceased relative, you will absolutely need a copy of their death certificate, alongside a will or some proof of heirship.
Fortunately, the Georgia Department of Revenue has modernized this whole system substantially. For a lot of claims, especially the low-dollar cash ones, you don't even have to mail physical paper anymore. They have a secure file upload system that lets you just snap a photo of your ID and upload it, right along with your signed unclaimed property recovery agreement, directly through their online portal. It's fast, it's super secure, and it drastically speeds up the entire approval process.
Finally, Part 5, Final Steps and Follow-Up, Protecting Your Money.
Now listen up, because this is a really crucial warning about protecting your money from unnecessary fees. Sometimes people are contacted out of the blue by third-party companies offering to recover their lost money for them. In Georgia, these businesses are called Claimants Designated Representatives, or CDRs. Now, it is perfectly legal for them to operate, and they can legally charge up to a 10% fee for their services. But you need to know, doing it yourself through the state website is always free. You literally never have to pay a locator company a percentage of your own money if you are just willing to spend 5 minutes on the Georgia Department of Revenue website yourself.
Before we wrap up, I gotta ask you one last question. Have you searched for your relatives yet? Because sadly, people pass away, and estates often leave behind uncashed checks, forgotten safe deposit boxes, or insurance proceeds that literally no one knew about. It is incredibly common. You can actually search the database on behalf of an estate using the decedent's name or their social security number. And remember, businesses are legally required to report new abandoned property every single year, so make a habit of checking this database annually.
To conclude, just a quick heads up that while the information in this explainer is accurate based on current guidelines, you should absolutely always consult official resources at dor.georgia.gov or seek proper legal advice for your own specific personal or estate circumstances. But I highly encourage you to take action right away. With $1.5 billion sitting in a vault waiting to be claimed, the only real question left is, how much of it has your name on it? Go get searching.